wanted to film a really quick how I painted my IKEA cabinet video. I remember whenever I was trying to start the process, I didn't really find a lot of information on spray painting it exactly. There are a lot of videos on how to make a greenhouse IKEA cabinet, but I didn't necessarily want to weather strip mine or put it in the shelves or anything like that. I just wanted it to be really cute and away from my kitty's paws, which is right there. So to get started, I usually always take notes when I'm doing projects like this. The paint I used was Rust-Oleum 2X, and the color I chose was in warm yellow, and it was gloss. It gives that nice look. I know a lot of people use primer, but I didn't feel like I had to use primer with this. And I even watched another video kind of experimenting on, do you need primer with this spray paint or not? And the one with no primer actually had better chances holding up against scratches. Some people want to do top coats. You can if you want to, but I think because it's gloss, it wasn't as necessary as if it was matte or satin, and I still think it looks really great. Step one was to, once I got the cabinet, was to tape down the glass, and I use washi tape, but I do not recommend that because it peeled off very fast, so just go get painter's tape. While you're taping it down, put paper over the glass, so tape the paper on the glass. So sanding took quite a long time. I chose a fine grit texture. That way the scratches were small, just to allow the spray paint to have something to adhere to. I think the brand is Gator. While I was doing that, I would really recommend getting a towel to wipe away all of your dust that you're scraping off, because that was everywhere, and it was a black cabinet before, so it was just like black paint on my floor. And once you finally finish that process, you'll be able to start spray painting. I would lay down a drop cloth outside and kind of have your space nice and clear. I only had one small balcony, but it worked. What I would do before I use them is I would put them in warm water so that the paint can loosen, and then I shook it a lot. And after a lot of shaking, I finally decided to spray. I would recommend not doing it on a windy day, so when there's as little wind as possible, because when it is windy, the spray paint flies and then it just travels everywhere. And the humidity is low, that way the paint can cure better, and when it's not too hot or too cold. My paint specifically, I know that you had to do it in a time frame, so when you started, you had to finish the whole thing in an hour, because if you didn't finish within the hour, you'd have to wait another 2 days before you could make you could repaint it again, which is so peculiar. And it was, I don't know, it made it really stressful. Also on your can, it should tell you all of these instructions. When you spray, I put like cardboard down, and then I would spray on the cardboard and then make my way across the surface towards the other side of the cardboard. And then I would do that horizontally, and then for my next coat, I would do it vertically. So this was my first time using spray paint. I discovered very soon that it is better to spray really quick and fast from a foot or two away, because the closer you get, which is really tempting because I did that, the paint will tend to run or clump together. So if you want to avoid little paint drips and bubbles like me, I would give that a try. Sometimes too, the spray can would clog, or not clog, but this yellow grain would come out of the paint, which was really frustrating because it was a darker color than the light yellow you see here. So just like test spray on a piece of cardboard and see what comes out first. And if you are spraying and you start to see that change, that grain come out, I would just like stop and then keep spraying the can until that stops. I bought so many cans of spray paint and I did not expect to use all of them. Assembling it was actually not too bad. There's different bars, but they look the same, so you have to really pay attention to the circles to make sure you're using the right ones. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it wasn't too bad. The top, whenever you put it on, it's better to open both of the doors, put it on in the front, and then scoot it back, and then it should fall into place. That way you can push it in nice and even. But yeah. Those are all my tips. I thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. If you are interested in cute, stationery, creative art, or singing, follow for more.